from the Scrappy Sisters, and I'm up today with a 12x12 layout for our Scrap September series. I'm just coming in quickly to do a live intro just to explain what I'm doing, and then I'm going to go off camera and kind of back this cut file. But I have all of these photos, just a second, let me get them, that I have printed off in little squares, and they're just selfies and photos of my son using the Snapchat filter or Snapchat filters. So they're just funny photos, just a bit of fun. And I thought that this cut file by Confessions of a Paper Addict could be a good way to use them. So I am going to put the photos in the little squares, and I'll trim off the excess, and then I'll also probably back the cut files as well, the Polaroids in different pattern paper. I am using the Whimsical collection from Pink Paisley. So it's not an old collection, but it's a collection from last year that I haven't used much of yet, so I'm going to use that. I thought it would be a nice, fun, bright collection to use. I think I'm going to use this background pattern paper, which I know some of you will yell at me, but it's the number 8 page. It's got all the like word strips on the back of it, but I just don't think I'm going to use these and cut them out. I'm not much of a fussy cutter, so I thought I liked this kind of ombre purple look, and I think I might use it as my background. So I'm going to go off camera. I am going to back all of this, and I will come back with a voiceover and put the rest of the layout together. All right, and I'll also tell you who's joining us today and what prompt this fills then, because I want to get creating while my son is still asleep. All right, let's go. Okay, so I said I would tell you the prompt, and we are doing day 25 in our Scrap September series, and the prompt is pattern paper. So I'm showing you my cut file here that I've backed, and my photos are all stuck on, and then I'm just going to pull out some things from the Whimsical collection. Whimsical collection, is that it? From Paige Evans or Pink Fresh? Is it? What is it? Pink Paisley Whimsical collection, not Pink Fresh. I can't believe I just said that. Sorry, it's very late. Pink Paisley Whimsical. So I'm pulling out lots of different bits and pieces, and I'm going to sort of put the layout together using frames and a couple of little embellishments. So while you're watching me do that, I am going to let you know who our special guest is today. So as you know, we have a special guest joining us every day in September. Sometimes we have 2 special guests. And today we've got Scrapping Amy from One Mummy Scrapping here on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all the socials. Scrapping Amy is great. We have met each other. I say met, you know, in quotation marks, because obviously we've never met in person, but online through the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And Scrapping Amy, she's really involved in the Scrappy community, and she's heaps of fun, and she does some beautiful layouts. She does a Facebook Live, I think, every Sunday or most Sundays on her on her Facebook page, and then she posts them on YouTube, and she calls it the Take 2 Tuesday. So she does a sped up version of her live Facebook video on the Sunday, and she does a little voiceover. So it's really good, because if you don't get to see the live one, or if you don't have, you know, an hour or so or 50 minutes or so to watch, then you can come back and watch a sort of 12 to 15 minute version. So that's awesome. She also participates in heaps of hops, like the How to Kill a Kit with Style. She did the Off the Board series with Crystal Barrett in July. And yeah, lots and lots of stuff. So definitely go and check her out. I'm excited to see what her take is on pattern paper. So I will tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing. So I have used the same pattern paper that I said in my intro that I thought I would use. I did use, but I decided to keep the branding strip. So I just cut a little bit off the top to make it 12x12 size. And I took all the frames that I could find in the Whimsical collection, from the die cuts, the sticker sheet, the puffy stickers, the chipboard, and I'm using them all on this layout because I thought it works. So we've got the little Polaroid frames, and then I figured that I would use the, you know, all the other kind of frames that are in the collection. And I've sort of kept the flow of the embellishments the same kind of shape as the cut file. So on the left hand sort of side, taking up the left hand half of the page, I suppose. And I'm I'm really happy with how it all looks. I did have to pull up a few, as you would have seen in the video, and re-stick them down to kind of make it work so that there was a nice balance of the frames peeking out. I didn't want sort of all the chipboard in one spot or all of the die cuts in one spot, and so I just wanted to spread them out a little bit and make the colours kind of spread out a little bit too, and I'm really happy with that. So I don't really title this layout because what have I got to say really? They're Snapchat filter photos of my son. I edited out, or I cut out the ones that had me in it because the little squares were so small that they only fit my son's face anyway. So, and I have repeated one photo. I was one short. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. And I only had 9 separate photos. So I just threw in one that's the same. But if you can pick it, good on you. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but probably in this size you won't notice. So I am grabbing out a couple of word ephemera pieces that were in the die cut set. So, and I'm sticking those down with foam. So the one that I'm working on now says great. And again, I just sort of pulled out the things that could have worked on this kind of layout. So it's a very random layout. The words don't make a lot of sense together. It's not like you can read them as one title, but I didn't think it needed a title because there were so many different words on the layout, and I didn't have a title in mind, so I didn't use one. I know it's a bit radical to have a layout without a title, but we're going with it. We are going with it. So I think I've stuck the, what are they called? Dimensionals, foam dots on all of my ephemera word pieces, and I'm just sticking them down now. So starting from the bottom right, they said whimsy, and then I stuck down a word strip that said wonder. That one that I just stuck down there says great. And the one I'm about to stick down says everything. And then the one at the top says love. And now I think I start looking through the other different bits and pieces. So we've got the sticker sheet here that I'm having a look through, seeing if there was anything from there that I wanted to add. I don't think there is from memory. I don't think there is. And then I have a look at, this is the chipboard now, and I know that I grab a couple of chipboard pieces. So I'm just having a look at what's there. They come off really easily, so I was trying not to lose any. So this piece that I've got in my hand now says the happy life, and I thought that worked quite well with these photos. So I did want to include that, and I do stick it down the bottom left there. I stick down a little flower piece. I just wanted to bring a little bit more yellow into the layout. So I had a yellow frame up the top and the bottom left and up the top, and I just wanted to add one little other pop of yellow. So I brought in that flower, and then this little puffy word sticker says fun times, and I thought that worked really well. So I do definitely want to put that on. I'm just trying to figure out where. And then I end up sticking it on top of the Polaroid chipboard frame there on the right. And I am, can you believe it, almost done. Except for the backing of the cut file, this was a very quick layout to put together because I didn't embellish it too much. I thought the frames with the pattern paper behind them and the pattern paper background was all kind of enough sort of going on, and I didn't want too much more to be happening, so I don't do too much more. I just stick these enamel dots on in 3 different places and sort of mix up the colours a bit so I don't make them all the same colours. I stick with the kind of really colourful theme, and then I add some splatters and we're done. That's the layout done. This was definitely a very simple layout, you know, as my take on the pattern paper. I wanted the pattern paper to, I guess, be the hero, and I chose the purple background, which can be difficult to work with purple, but I really love how this turned out. And then I used different pattern papers to back the, oh gosh, I'm losing my mind today, to back the Polaroids or the cut file, and I used a different piece of pattern paper on every Polaroid, so there's none of them are the same, and I was really happy with how that all turned out. So definitely go and check out Amy's layout today. I will leave her in the link down below. Make sure you go and send her some love and subscribe to her channel. She does awesome videos, and we will look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. I hope you're enjoying our series so far. We are loving it, loving all the guests that have joined us, so please go and check everyone out. There's also a playlist we'll have linked down below as well. But that is it for today. I'm just adding the navy Heidi Swap colour shine. I've finished with the gold and then I'm done. I'll show you a very quick close-up, but you can check out our Instagram for way more close-ups of this layout. And yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow. I really hope you're enjoying it. I know there's a lot of videos to watch in September, but we've created the playlist, so feel free to come back at your leisure and watch them when you can. Hopefully the playlist is helpful for you because you don't need to kind of remember to come back every day. You can just check out the playlist and they'll all be there, including the ones from our special guest. I try to update it every day as soon as I wake up to make sure that I'm getting them in there nice and quickly for everyone. But yeah, we're really enjoying how this series has all come together. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just clearing up my splatters or else I put my hands in them and get them everywhere. So yes, this is me. Oh, this makes the camera go really funny. So sorry about that. The grid lines on that board. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this one and thank you guys so much for watching. All right, bye.